Targeted. I was on my phone idly browsing Reddit and talking on speakerphone with Shannon when it happened. I saw her face on a sidebar ad. It went by too fast. I pressed a link and went to another page. Hitting back did not return me to the original ad. That was weird. What was? Shannon asked. Are you looking at the internet instead of paying attention to me again? No, not at all, I lied. Well, only half lied. The front page was filled with the same reposted nonsense and sensational titles it always held. Browsing it had become a matter of habit without any real attention paid. I froze halfway through the sentence as I saw her face again. This time I was ready and I tapped the ad with my finger. The first thing that loaded up was a still shot of Shannon at a gas station refueling her car. The only light came from the harsh gas station overheads. Shannon, did you stop for gas on the way home? I mean, yeah, she responded. I'm still 20 minutes out, though. I quickly did the mental math. She lived in Newark, about 45 minutes east of Columbus. That put her squarely in the forested middle of nowhere. Someone has a picture of you up on their website. She laughed. I bet it's an ex-boyfriend. After a pause, she asked, wait, are you serious? I scrolled up and down trying to figure out what the hell I was looking at. It's like they just took the picture. Are you in a dark red hoodie and jeans right now? Her reply came after a strained noise of confusion. Well, yeah, but it's the same one I always wear. Who would have taken that? And when? What the hell site is that? I slid my finger down to pull the website address into view on my phone. Live, I murmured, like living, or was it live, like live television? I went with the first since living and dying were opposites and thus the name sounded vaguely businesslike. LiveDeath.com? Live Death? What even is that? Is it like one of those extortion sites that demand cash to take photos down? I scrolled the other way and found a timer for a streaming video about to start in 18 seconds. I'm not sure. I don't think I like this. They're about to stream something. I watched as the circling indicator appeared and then black filled the screen. The view moved around wildly for a moment as someone got ready, and then I could see a lit dashboard from a large vehicle, possibly an SUV. The camera panned up to focus on a man in a black ski mask, but he was not the one holding the camera. All right folks, he said with excitement as he drove. His voice was ever so slightly distorted. This is our first run for our new site. We're going to show those buttholes whose boss, really give him something to fear. While using his other hand to guide the steering wheel, he held up a phone with the gas station picture of Shannon on it. This is our first target. We're about 2 minutes behind her, but catching up fast. It's a straightaway and there are no turnoffs for the next 6 miles, so we won't lose her. The unseen cameraman turned the view to show the night-clad road rolling under their headlights ahead of a black painted hood. I heard a click, the headlights went off. That distorted voice said, night mode now, baby. She'll never see us coming. My blood ran cold. Shannon. What is it? Did you figure out what's going on? Shannon, I said again, unable to process what I was seeing. There are men in ski masks in a black SUV with its lights off coming up behind you on the road. What? She sounded half humored and half terrified. What are you talking about? That distorted voice said, payback is gonna be sweet. They think they're better than us, but we'll show them. Shannon, I shouted at my phone. Get off the road. They tagged you at the gas station and they're coming after you. Are you serious? Yes. I'm watching their live stream right now. How is that even possible? I don't know, but it's happening. I screamed even louder, get off the road. She was starting to believe me, and I could hear the panic in her voice. There's nowhere to turn. Anywhere. Just go anywhere. I heard her gasp. The sounds of branches and bushes smacking against her car in rapid succession emanated from my phone. A loud crunch and a repetitive electronic beeping followed as she breathed. Oh God, oh God. Still watching the stream, I asked her, are you alright? I'm fine, she said with a dazed tone that belied her words. I heard her push open her door and climb out into scraping bushes. I'm fine. On the stream, I saw a pair of headlights off the side of the road swing into view. Oh my God, turn off your headlights. I can't, she murmured. I can't get back in. The SUVs had began turning toward those headlights, and I could vaguely make out a car in the distance. She'd smashed what looked like a quarter-mile deep into the undergrowth. They never would have found her if she had turned off her lights. That distorted voice said, there she is. I screamed at the phone for her to run, and I heard her take off panting and pushing through branches. What the hell was going on? I fumbled with my phone. I'm going to call the police. No, she cried. Don't hang up. Don't you dare hang up. I could hear her tumble and slide down a dirt hill. Where are they? They're running through the woods, I told her, panicking myself. I screamed for one of my roommates. Then, I saw another detail. Something long, dark, and metallic was swinging in and out of view at the bottom of the stream. Shannon, they've got guns. She broke into full-on crying as she ran. I screamed for my roommates again. Finally, one tapped on the door and peeked inside. I screamed at the top of my lungs, call the goddamn police. Men with guns are chasing Shannon through the woods. My roommate's eyes widened, but he ran off to find his phone. My heart was still racing. This couldn't be happening. Shannon? She didn't respond. I could still hear her running, scraping around, and falling. Finally, I heard her seem to freefall down a rocky slope. There was a scream, a crunch, and then, nothing. Shannon? After 10 seconds of absolute silence, the longest 10 seconds of my life, I heard her rasp and then whisper, I'm alive. I think I broke my ribs. I didn't have good news for her. I could hardly speak myself. They're at the top of a big slope. They're coming for you. I can't move, she whispered. The distorted voice from the stream said, I think we got her now. Is that her down there? Oh, boy, this is gonna be fun. She asked, was that them? The phone shook in my hand. Did you hear them? Only over the phone, she rasped back. I don't hear anyone nearby. They had the wrong slope. Shannon, I know it hurts, but you have to hide. All right? Do you hear me? You have to drag yourself under something, behind something, anything. We're calling the cops. My roommate appeared at my door, phone against his ear, his face pale. On her way to Newark, I told him. About 20 minutes west of it. He nodded and began answering questions I couldn't hear. The only noises from my phone were of Shannon dragging herself through leaves and dirt while sobbing. There she is. The distorted voice shouted, and the cameraman took off running along the forest floor alongside him. I couldn't move. I couldn't breathe. My roommate was crying while talking to the police. I just stared at the stream. Please no, please no, please no, oh God. There was a human form on the ground in the dark. The form was wearing a red hoodie. Shannon, they see you. They're running at you. She began to scream with the absolute utmost terror I'd ever heard from human lungs. The two masked men in the video ran right at the person on the ground, grabbed her forcefully, and began to turn her over. Suddenly, the stream froze. I looked up at my roommate in confusion and horror. He moved closer to look at the frozen video. I asked tentatively, Shannon? With the speaker right up to my ear, I listened. I could hear her pain breathing. After nearly 10 seconds, she forced out, I don't see them. I lowered the phone and looked at the frozen video. The text had appeared across it, like the video. Only $5.99 to unlock the rest. I swallowed a lump in my throat. My roommate asked, what the duck is this? While Shannon kept struggling to breathe on the other end, I scrolled down to a new section of the site that had not been available before. Here at LiveDeath.com, we use information and pictures from your phone and Facebook profile to auto-generate scary videos. It's the ultimate in targeted marketing. Did you enjoy two men in ski masks? Choose from a wide range of selections. I was still shaking, but now for a very different reason. Below the words was a picture of the masked man holding up his phone as he had at the start of the stream. The phone screen was blank blue, and then a series of different people appeared in it. LiveDeath.com even uses the newest in audio and visual technology. While you and your friends might think your phones are off, we're still watching and listening through your camera and microphone, letting us choose which path and scenes the live stream takes. We guarantee you'll be scared out of your socks. What's happening? Shannon choked out. We could hear her pulling herself along the forest floor. Where are they? We didn't immediately answer. We couldn't. Overcome by rage and a sense of violation I'd never experienced before, I clicked through to the terms of service for the website. I'd agreed to let them have access to my data, profile, camera, and microphone simply by visiting the site. In a way, it was my fault. My God. It was an ad. I tapped a sidebar ad. What had I thought would happen?